Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today I am in Yakima. Well, I'm right in between Yakima and Wenatchee. I definitely said that wrong. But as you can see, we are here in Washington State. And if I'm not mistaken, well, apart from Longview and Vancouver, I've got all of Washington down. I can't even remember really where I left off. But I got all of Idaho down. I went briefly into Nevada. I've gone through Oregon, all the way down into Northern California. Uh, I was in Bend last time. Well, last night. But due to the game update, I spawned back up here in Yakima. I chose to come to Yakima. Uh, and yeah, I'm getting used to the new UI and all that. And as you can see, I'm back in my International Lone Star to do some missions. Just felt like pulling it back out again. I gave the International LT to one of my workers. I believe Michael V was his name, and I brought him. Let me pull up my menu. I bought a new garage. I bought a new garage in Olympia, Washington, and yeah, I gave this guy the LT. So, oh, and I bought a trailer too. So, there's that. Uh, it's just a horizontal bottom dumper. Nothing fancy, nothing amazing. But, yeah. Haven't used the Lone Star in quite a while. This UI is... it's okay. Honestly, I prefer the old one. But, it is what it is. So, let's see here. I need to find a job. We are in Yakima, I believe I said. So, let's find that. Oy. Yakima. No, not that. Okay. Burns, Oregon. That's a 7-hour drive. Bit long. I reckon let's do this one. We're carrying dynamite, which sounds incredibly cool. Bringing it down to Oregon. It is nice to be back in the Lone Star, though. Good truck, good truck. Probably my favorite of the ones that I own. My brakes just did not register there very well. Where is my... gas? I need to know how much gas I got. Maybe he just wants you to... Oh, I see it there in the bottom left. That is so hard to see, but... Okay, then. It is what it is. It'll just take some getting used to. But so far, everything feels good. I think they reworked some of the crashing stuff, which I'm wondering how that'll go. I about killed myself there. Truck? Why aren't you accelerating? Hello? There you go. Wonder what that was about. I guess it's just because I'm on an incline. Okay, I got freaked out there for a second. And I'm assuming, hey, I'm getting some income from my drivers. Splendid, splendid. Andy leveled up, nice. I'm assuming my... Oh, buddy. Whew. Easy does it. I'm assuming my sleep-in level is what's on the top right there. I hope so, anyway. 13 hours. I guess that means I can stay awake for 13 hours. I hope. But, dude, this thing feels nice and speedy. I love this. Hui! Hit the brakes, though, so that we don't overshoot the corner like I just did. Oh, buddy, I felt a little slick there. That was nice. I can't tell if they reworked the scenery or not, but it looks prettier. I don't know. That might just be me, but it's... And this place to pick up the trailer is stupidly far away. But, like, when it spawned me in Yakima, it spawned me, like, way... How do you even consider that? Wait a minute. Why would you do this to me, game? Oh. You want me to go all the way here to turn around? Are you... What? Really, game? Oh my goodness. Well. I am going to fast travel back to Yakima because I am not dealing with that. Should I go to Yakima or Wenatchee or whatever it's called? I'll just go back to Yakima. $92. It doesn't affect me too much. Okay, this is a much shorter journey. Game could have really given me some heads up about that. Come on, turn. Truck sounds good though, as always. I feel like it handles a little bit better too. Could also just be going crazy, but you know, overall it feels good. So let's go to the freight market. Dynamite to Burns, Oregon. Alright. There it is. What are you doing there, Mr. Construction Man? Okay. Let's get our trailer on there. Got 14. Oi! Went in there a little fast. Got 14 hours to finish the job. That's pretty good. Alright. Let's get on the road. 7 hours, 21 minutes to Burns, Oregon. Might be a mining town. I have no idea. I've never been to Oregon. I don't know anything about Oregon. But I guess I'm about to learn something about Oregon. I reckon if I really push the pedal down, I can make good time here. Well, who am I kidding? That's what I always do, and I crash half the time, but, well, you know, gotta risk it for the biscuit. Okay. Hello, Mr. State Trooper. I overshot that corner a little bit. But alas, we were on the road somewhat. It has been an eventful couple of days here this past weekend. Well, for one, on Saturday was sad news that Brad Arnold passed away. In case you don't know who Brad Arnold is, he is or was the lead singer of Three Doors Down, my personal second favorite band. And I mean, he was a great guy. Brad Arnold, what he sung about, how he was, just a great guy. In my opinion, one of the greatest people to ever sing in rock and roll, ever. And I mean, it is such a shame that he's gone. I mean, he's such a good dude. And of course, cancer is a horrible, horrible thing. Uh, I remember getting the news when he first got cancer. It was last May, I believe. And that was, I mean, that was shitty enough to hear about as it was. But this was just awful. My family and I, we got home from a walk, and I looked on Instagram, and I see a post from Three Doors Down talking about it, and it sucked, but it's good reason to play some of Three Doors Down. Some of Three Doors Down's, man, I don't know grammar, but it's a good reason to play some of their music in Brad's honor, and just because it's great music. I mean, in my opinion, you can't find much rock better than it. I love it. And then besides that, in my own life, I got stuck at a car wash for 4 hours with my mother. There was a problem with the transmission cable. I did learn, sorry car, I did learn a little about mechanics. Learned how to shift gears of a vehicle from its underside, so that was pretty neat. Shout out to the tow truck man that taught me that. And just some other smaller stuff. Pretty eventful. This week so far has not been as eventful as my past two. Though I have thought about I don't want to hit anything here. I have thought about a certain dilemma that I will face. And I was thinking about it. Oh, buddy. I about flipped that thing. Once I finish, that's not good. Well, I got squeezed past you there. Since I don't stop for this kind of thing, I'm just going to blow right through. And I get the whole highway to myself. Lovely. As I was saying, one dilemma that I'm probably going to face here before too long is a dilemma of what to record. Right now, my main two games are American Truck Sim and Escape the Backrooms, and that's pretty much all it has been. Haven't done anything more on Anomaly Project. I will, eventually. That's just not something that is panned out quite just yet. Escape the Backrooms, I'm getting closer to the end of that game, but once I do, all I'm going to have is American Truck Sim, and I don't want to overdo American Truck Sim. You know, I'd rather not have just this one thing to post. I could record the Left 4 Dead stuff, playing the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns, and it's not a bad idea, but truth be told, I just don't really feel like doing it quite just yet. And I don't want to force myself to upload stuff that I don't feel like uploading, because that just makes the video quality worse and all that stuff. So I don't know. Once I finish Escape the Backrooms, I'll probably take a creative break and look into some other games I might be able to play for the channel that are enticing to me. But, you know, that's just something I'll have to figure out once I get there. This is a pretty area. I think we're in Oregon now. Or, yeah, probably. Either way, Washington or Oregon, it's all a pretty area. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. I am going to have to pull in here. Technically, I don't have to, but, like, I already have traffic violations turned off. I don't want to blow through the way stations and just not stop. Oh, buddy. Adds a little bit of realism to my otherwise unrealistic style of gameplay. Oh. 72,000 pounds. My truck went in reverse there. I believe it did. But yeah, I've never delivered dynamite before, so this is awesome. I do like most of the stuff with the game. Like I said, I don't like the UI very much, but I can get used to it. I'm going to use the tactical third lane here. Now I can swoop in, get in the fast lane. But everything else, I mean, the way it looks, the way it feels, everything feels good. I really do like the feel right now. Hey, look, a fellow dynamite carrier. Or maybe not. No, it doesn't look like it because he doesn't have that safety symbol, but mining equipment nonetheless. We serve the same boss. We're making good time here. I am really excited to get down into Nevada, Arizona, and California. I've been to Northern California, but I love the desert. And from the little bit I got to see of Nevada when I went there in the game, it's very pretty. I love Nevada. It just feels like, you know, the trucking experience. So I'm excited to get down there, and I'm creeping closer. You know, I've got Washington just about done. I'll get Oregon done before too long. Then from Oregon, probably going to California, and just work my way back across into Texas. I've played this game for about a month. A little over a month. I got it January 4th. I've put 80 hours into it. I love this game. And my previous game, my now second on the list of most played games on Steam is VR Chat, and that was originally my most. I had 50-something hours. Ooh, what does that say? Local regulations. I'm not worried about your local regulations, but you know what? Maybe I should look. Local roads 65 mile an hour, city 25. Well, that doesn't bother me because I go way faster than I ever should, like I am right now. Added some truck damage there, but you know what? We made it. This is nice. I like these dunes and whatnot. I don't remember what I was talking about. I got so distracted when I about crashed my truck, as I often tend to do. This silence is me sitting here trying to remember. I have no idea, but we're making good time on this trip. Only 4 hours to go. But yeah, I've been in Northern California in the game. California's got a lot for me to see. Still a lot left to do. And there's plenty of more achievements that I have to get. And then, of course, I have to get the DLCs eventually for Missouri, Louisiana, Iowa, you know, Kansas, those states that I'm missing out on. I gotta exit up here, so I'm gonna squeeze in right here. Lovely. And we're gonna take a right down here. My truck feels more susceptible to flipping now. I got that feeling coming off that turn back there, but it turns better. And for that, I'm very appreciative. What is that? Oh, like a polar bear, I guess? Or just a normal bear? Whatever it may be. Once I hit about $600,000, I'll probably buy a new truck. I don't know what it'll be. It'll probably be Freightliner, Cascadia. You know, something generic. I'll drive it for a little bit, then hire another worker. They've been making me some decent money. So, and I've got 3 garages. I can upgrade mine in McAllen. I can still upgrade the one in Lawton, the one in Olympia. Get more drivers, more trucks, more profit. You know, the whole business stuff, all that good stuff. Which I'm loving the business aspect of the game. You know, being a boss, having workers. It's super cool, and I'm having a blast with this game. Now I remember what I was talking about. VR Chat used to be my most played game on Steam before this, and I've been playing that since April of last year. And even today it only has like 57 hours, I think, something like that, 50-some hours. And yeah, ATS just eclipsed it. And you know, I was excited to play ATS because I I've always loved ATS from what I've seen of it. I didn't think I would become this attached to it. It's such a good game, genuinely one of my favorites. I don't get tired of it. I can just play it for hours a day. So much to see, so much to do. It's fun, and that's something I love about the game. It's just, never get bored. There's always something to do. You know, always something to record. Even if the videos aren't the most enjoyable, it's still something, right? But yeah, my big dilemma in the coming weeks will be what to record. And, I mean, honestly, even just playing 2 games, which for my schedule is decent, but for YouTube-wise, it's not amazing. Yeah, I'm still pretty, you know, cut back on what I would like to play, but, you know, I'm still young. I've still got schedules to attend to outside of this, so I've got to deal with all that good stuff. One game I would really like to record, but don't have anyone to play with, is Phasmophobia. I've been playing it with my family, and I've had a blast playing it with my family. But YouTube-wise, I don't have anyone to collab with, and, you know, I mean, Phasmo is a great game, but, and I'd love to record it, but, like I said, just no one to record it with. Look at that, very pretty. I just gotta keep my eyes on the road so I don't crash and kill myself, my truck, and my load. Let's hit the brakes a little bit, just to remedy that. 2.5 hours to go. Trying to think of other stuff that's been going on in the world. Super Bowl weekend, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I think the Seahawks won. I don't know a damn thing about football. Alright, I played casual football in the backyard on, like, Thanksgiving. Don't know all too much about the competitive sport. You know, I don't watch the NFL. Don't care too much for it. I'm a NASCAR fan. Daytona's coming up. I better brake. I'm getting way too cozied up on that trooper. I'm just going to cut in front of him like so. I know the halftime show stirred a bunch of feathers, and then, what was it, Turning Point USA's, like, Charlie Kirk Memorial halftime show or whatever. I don't know. Truth be told, I didn't care for either of them. You know, I think it was Green Day and Bad Bunny were the main stars of the Super Bowl, like, music stuff this time around, and then it was Turning Point USA stuff. I don't know why we're politicizing music so much. I don't know why we politicize so much as is, but we do, and it's stupid. But, you know, I didn't, you know, too much care for the so what am I saying? Friggin' halftime, Super Bowl halftime performance. There we go. Flat out, I mean, I don't like Bad Bunny's music. I'm sorry. I'm sure some people love it, but it's just not my thing. You know, nothing politically motivated about it. It's just, I don't like his music. And you know what? That's why we should be hating on a halftime performance instead of, you know, politics and race and all this other crap. You know, hate on a performance because of the music. But we really do politicize everything, and it is so sad to see. You can't go on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere, really, without hearing about politics. It's just beyond stupid. Nothing we can do about it, though. That's the climate we live in these days. And, you know, there's people... Obviously, there's a lot of idiots in our government and amongst us, but we shouldn't let politics have such a hold on our lives and our, you know, our ability to have a good time and care about others. I think the bottom line with everything is just, be a good person, right? And without a doubt, as you might have heard me say before, that, like, I'm not very fond at all of this government. I quite dislike our government, and especially who's in charge of it at the moment, and this whole administration, because they're very oppressive and abusive. But I still can't, I can't let that, my dislike of this government, control me, right? Don't let politics control you. It's a horrible thing to let happen. We as people are so just seemingly reliant on politics. We always have to bring it up. It's always something everywhere when it shouldn't be. And arguing about it certainly doesn't do anything to help us. But unfortunately, there are just so many people out there who have no interest in being good to each other, who have no interest in hearing out the other side, who have no interest in cooperating. The phrase, united we stand, divided we fall, has just... it doesn't matter to so many people anymore. And to me, united we stand, divided we fall is a fundamental principle of the United States and what we believe in, right? But no one cares for that anymore, and I mean, all it's doing is hurting this country. Anyways, just about an hour to go, 51 miles till I get to, what was the name? I can't remember. Boom, Oregon or something? Something like that. I've not a clue. I'll find out when I get there. Probably thinking boom because of dynamite. Oh, this thing handles so nice. This feels so good. It feels a lot freer than it used to be. It felt so clunky back then. I better hit the brakes though, because I overshot that corner. But it used to feel so clunky turning. I can't tell you how many times I slammed into a barrier. I mean, yes, I struggled to turn there. That's just because I was going too fast on too tight of a turn. But I can't tell you how many times I've struggled to get it to turn in a way that feels nice. I'm assuming this is a part of the update. And I was wondering why it was taking so long to open this morning. Or I say this morning, it's noon right now. But I was wondering why it was taking so long to open. But yeah, apparently it had an update. And this is what we got. So, very cool. I'm flying down this road, 88 miles an hour, 89, 90. Oh, this truck is so good, though. I do love the Lone Star. It was the first truck that I wanted to get in the game, but I couldn't, afford it. I was still young. Well, what am I saying? Obviously, I'm still young. I was still new, and I didn't have any money or experience. Wasn't leveled up. Now I'm level 30. So, and I've got money, clearly. Got like $400-something thousand. Jeep, I'm gonna do something you're not gonna like, or I'm just gonna do something that I don't like, which is called overshooting a corner. Then I'm gonna do something very stupid and cut right in front of this truck. There we go. That is a very gunner maneuver right there. Lovely little creek right there. Burns, Oregon, that's what it was. We made it. That was a good little drive there. And I mean, like I said, I love the feeling of the game. This is just so nice. It feels so refreshing almost. Burns discovered. The Beaver State, 7 out of 10. Let's go. Fun little note, to me anyway. Recently, I bought some new merchandise for myself. I got 2 Zach Bagans t-shirts and an Uzi Dorman jacket from Hot Topic. So, just my kind of thing. I love Ghost Adventures. Some people hate them. Some people think they're corny as can be. I mean, I love Ghost Adventures. I've watched since I was a wee little wee little lad. So, and I love murder drones. So, let's back this thing in here. And on top of my Uzi jacket, I rock my N hat. So, you know. Let's see here. I feel like I turned the volume up way too loud, but I slightly overshot that. Tis no matter. Oh, this thing accelerates so nicely. This is the worst backing up job I've perhaps ever done, but... well, you know what? It got there in one piece. Alright, dynamite delivered from Yakima to Burns. 374 miles, 6 hour, 23 minute drive, 70.4 gallons of fuel consumed. Yeah, lovely. Made $23,000. I didn't even realize it was that. I didn't even realize I made that much money. Holy, 918 XP experience points. Lovely. So I got $612,000 now. That is enough to buy a new truck. So you know what? Just to add to the video a little bit, I reckon that is what I'm going to do. I'll just park you right here. New truck time. Alright. Services. Truck dealers. I reckon I will do Freightliner. So, nearest Freightliner dealer is in Kalispell. It's not like it matters, because I'm just going to get it delivered to this town. I can buy online now, though. Which I forgot about that, so that's a cool thing. Yes, we'll customize the configuration on this thing. Oh, I will get, let's see how all these configurations look. That's like a basic sleeper, 48 inch. Here's 72 inch with a flat top. I don't know how I feel about that flat top. That looks kind of gross if you ask me. That looks much better. So I reckon we'll go with that. I will upgrade the chassis a little bit. Let's get the best engine we can on this thing. Best gear shifter, which is going to be the Eaton Ultra Shift, at least from what I gather. Let's see, what do I want to do? Do I just want to do one color, or do I want to put on an actual paint scheme? Some of these are cool, some of these not so much. Let's see. That looks like it'd be like an Eagles album cover. I mean, that's not bad, but it's, you know, I don't know why you'd put this on your truck. What in the wolf pack is this? I'll pass on that one. I reckon we'll just do... I don't have a yellow truck yet. Some people don't like it. I kind of do. Yellow's my favorite color, believe it or not. So, let's see here. Do I want arrow on this thing? Ooh, that looks sharp. Yes, we're going with that. And we'll get elite stuff because I am elite. Well, not really, but elite there, elite there. Hood. Yeah, we need a hood. I don't know why there's an option there for that, but we'll get elite air filters. I don't need any driver's plates there. We'll get a sun shield. Do I want arrow? Maybe. Oh, I can put an HVAC system in there? Neat. Yeah, we'll do Aero X. That's pretty cool. Elite mirrors. I don't need arrow right there. Elite. I think I like that better. A lot better, actually. Do I want arrow side skirts? Yeah, that can hurt. That doesn't look too bad. Makes me go faster, I think. Now, for those side steps, do I want elite or standard? I think standard does look better there. Yeah, I reckon we'll roll with that. I could stick those on the side. I won't, because that doesn't look amazing. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not compatible. That's fine. It's not compatible with HVAC. Maybe I want to keep HVAC. Let's see. Hold on. Nah, I reckon I'll do the headache racks. See our mud flaps here. Do I want arrow back here? I don't really care. I think that's the outside done. Let me just... I like putting the shadow rims on all my trucks. I love black rims. They look really good. So that is something I bet, or I reckon we will rock here. What's this? Oh, warning flag. Nope, don't need those. And I'll do Roadmaster tires. I don't really know if there's a best tire, but Ooh, yes. Interior. This is important. Elite tan or saddle tan? I like that elite tan. That's 2020 though. Let's see what normal is. Oh, it just changes that stuff up a little. I like the classic. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Alright. And let me decorate my interior. Normally, Elite 2020. I do think the 2020 wheel looks better. I can put those little, like... Man, I don't much care for that. Put my cell phone there. Well, what do these look like? What? This is disgusting, but... That, too, is disgusting. So I'm just gonna rock this. Yes. I will put my bottle and my can right down there. I can't see the can, but you know what? It's fine. It's there. Up here, I will put a burger, as I typically do. I don't want anything in there. I will do my Apollo 11 air freshener, because I want to smell like the moon. Oh, there's my can. Put the fire extinguisher down there. Put a map on that seat. Ooh, can I put something on the floor? I can. I reckon we'll just do a 6-pack of water as I normally do. Cabinet. Ooh, I can stick decals. We'll do an eagle, a guitar, a hat, and America. I can stick stuff up there too. You know what? I'll put my burger back there, and I'll put gum up here on the dash. Just makes more sense. So the burger's back there. Alright, got my nice microwave, my fridge. I will do... Oh, that's so cute. I can also put a plush bear. I want to do the star pillow. Represents the rough and tough inside of me. And yeah, I reckon I'll just do a blanket. I can stick something back there. Honestly, I won't. Not this time around. Let's see if there's anything else I can put in this truck. Does not appear so, and that is fine by me. So... Come on. Spin! There we go. Okay, confirm that. 208,000 bucks. This might be my most expensive truck yet. But I will purchase that. Just take it to Tacoma. Yes. Lovely. Okay. Now let me get in that truck. Yes, I do want to drive this. Yes, indeed. Alright. Very nice, very nice. Let's see how it... Ooh, nice. It sounds pretty good. So I take it this is back in Olympia. I reckon I'll go ahead and fast... Or no, this is McAllen. Okay, I didn't even recognize it. It's been so long. So where was I just at? Burns? Alright, yeah, let's go back there. Fast travel to Burns is probably going to be expensive, but you know what? Where is Burns? Here we are. $4,100. Yes. I'm now back below 400,000. Okay. Well, we're right next to what appears to be a gas station, so this thing's still got all the fuel in the world, but I will get some sleep. We'll just... Yeah, we'll park right here, I guess. Okay, we will park and brake on, turn truck off, rest. Shoot, I want it to be the morning. Here we go, 11:02 a.m. Dang, Michael. Now that's some good money. Thank you, Itzvan. Hey, nice work, Itzvan. I love cheering on my pieces of AI. Anyways, that'll wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time on American Truck Simulator.